What's up, guys? You are on The Transition with Papi Orion
and Ken Paul. Before we introduce you to The Transition, first we would like to introduce ourselves briefly. So, let's try it this way, Papi. I will introduce you. So I will basically try all my best. We've been friends now for many years. What, 10 years?
Yeah, 10, 11 years.
10, 11 years.
Something like that.
And I think I know you enough to introduce you. So, correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so.
I hope I get this right. You come from Bukavu in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and you moved to South Africa when you were still, a child, and you lived there. You studied even filmmaking in South Africa,
yes.
And you moved to Switzerland in 2010. You further studied there. Then you moved to Germany, and I know that you have a master's degree in strategic communication with Rome Business School.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you have been engaged in so much activism and media campaign telling the story of Congo, different from how the media generally gives the normal narrative. And I really admire that you're raising a generation of young people that are telling the story of Congo in a different way, and that's such a powerful tool there that you are giving them. And so you've been working in your motherland for many years, and I think you've how many countries have you traveled to?
Around 37.
37 countries. Okay, I think I did only 28. But anyways, yeah.
That is still a lot. I think I know you by now. For 11 years we've known each other.
Mm-hmm.
You even took me to Nigeria, to Jos, an amazing estate in the Plateau State, the capital city of Plateau State. Actually.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed being there, and just your family really welcomed me like their own son. And right now I tell my friends that I'm also from Nigeria.
You could pass for one.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, Ken Paul, my friend, was born in Jos, and then left Jos when he was really young and moved to the Middle East where he was studying. And then they also developed the passion of teaching, and started teaching universities. I think from there he started teaching in universities around the world. But then he moved to Germany where he furthered his studies. And then I also continued teaching in universities. So my brother Ken Paul, you hold a Bachelor of Science in Politics and International Relations and University of London. And then you just concluded your master degree in Global Diversity and Governance. You started an initiative called Sustainable Ideas.
That's
creating
right.
jobs and giving opportunities around the world. And this is very dear to me because you also have started something in Congo, and that just gives me so much joy. Yeah, so what I know and what I have seen about you, you've been really involved and very present and in talking about issues facing Africa, especially in your country, in Nigeria. And yeah, we're going to dive deeper into that, but people, I think they need to know about this part of you, what you have been involved in. Yeah.
You're right. I jumped into some activism lately from Germany, but looking at issues facing Africa and Nigeria in particular. And so the idea of the transition, I guess, is just kind of observing how Africa is experiencing this transition, sort of, if you want to have it in a multi-generational transition or some kind of revolutionary transition, and this is a very ripe moment, and we want to dive into the topics, the issues, and not only one African country or two, but Africa in general, but we'll lay some emphasis on Congo and Nigeria. But before we go into it, and your viewers would appreciate so much if you send in questions that you have concerning issues that you want us to discuss on this platform, because we want to use this platform really to just unpack some of these issues and reach a more wider audience, especially Africans in diaspora, but also Africans in Africa. And maybe just to give you a bit of a quick glance into some of the things, maybe we should talk about some of the questions that we will be raising when we start discussing the topics. So questions like, is there even a connection between all these protests that are going around Africa? From the protests in the streets in Kinshasa to the NSAS movement in Lagos, Nigeria, and beyond. Another question could be, is there a leadership transition from the young to the old that is taking place in Africa? You know, this is such a touchy issue. A third question could be, are the youth realizing the potential of their nations and taking issues in their own hands? And this is going to be a touchy one. Has globalization stirred a new anger and new perspectives among young Africans? Or another question, are young Africans tired of outdated constitutions? You know, mainly all these our constitutions have been formed. Like in Nigeria, for instance, we are still running on a constitution written immediately after military dictatorship in 1999. And this constitution, some of the things it states is raising questions whether or not we're not at a tipping point. So questions. Another question could be, are young Africans trying to send their elders to forced retirement? Now I feel like this one is gonna be you know, Africa runs on respect, right? You respect elders. So I feel like this one is gonna be touchy.
It's very cultural as well, because I mean we always say, if you talk to young Africans, they say this is our culture, and should we reject that culture in order to sustain?
Exactly. We're gonna be touchy. We're gonna be we're gonna spark conversation. Like, we're not gonna be too conservative here. We want to talk the talk, right? We want to just say it the way it is here on this platform. So one last question I have here is, do young Africans have a better way forward for their countries? Now it sounds similar to the other questions, but again, it's just this narrative of this transition that is taking place.
I think I've also worked on some questions that I think they're very, very important for us to tackle on the transition. And the one question to add onto your question are youth in Africa trying to redefine African politics and governance?
That's a good
one. What do you guys think? Is this revolution taking place right now in Africa the turning point for Africa for good? Is it?
I hope so. Well, guys, I don't know about you, but it sounds like it's gonna be quite a touchy show here. We want to talk about these things and just have these honest conversations, right? So please send us more questions if you have that we should tackle, and just keep fingers crossed. We're gonna be talking about these things and a lot more.
Whether you're from Nigeria,
that's right,
the great nation of Nigeria, or you are from Congo, the heart of Africa, and wherever you might find yourself on a continent, this is open for all of us. You know, if you have a question, if there is something that you think is not working that we can improve on, please do send those questions to us, and together we can work these questions out. We're not here to give solution to all the problems, but we're here to discuss together. And this is a family, and I think that's why we're here. Yes, so guys, and if you are new here on this channel, please subscribe to our channel. You know, like the video, send to a friend, to a family who needs to hear this, or who you might have a question.
That's right.
And if you've been following us along the way, we thank you very much for sticking around. And this is a family, as we say.
So guys, catch you in the next episode. Peace.
God bless. Bye.